Just doing a little bit of sun gazing today, enjoying this beautiful weather and just kind of contemplating the last couple of days. I've had a surreal morning this morning, just received my backdrop for the Rebel Road tour. Talk about wild. I hope to put it up and shoot a video one day in front of it. I mean, it's starting to get really real. It's starting to look like, oh my goodness, I got to get a show together. I got to figure out what I'm doing. But it was so beautiful. Yesterday I had an interview with Swami Beyondananda, Swami Beyondananda, Steve Behrman, and that was so cool. I did it on my One World Puja Network station, and we talked about funny, and we talked about humor, and about alter egos, and coming out, and all of that kind of stuff. And it was so confirming, and he actually liked my riff, as he called it, and he said, "Why aren't you taking this on the road?" And I said, I am. And what was so neat was the universe sent me a conversation yesterday. It sent me a mirror, because when I was researching Steve for the show, I had no idea that 25 years ago, when he decided to do all of this, he and his wife got in a van and went around the country and put on a show. And it just is... It's kind of neat that whole topic came up, and that's what took place. It was really kind of neat that was everything that was going on. And a couple of days before, I got to a point where I got really overwhelmed. There was a lot going on. I have press releases to write. My emails have almost tripled now, and I'm feeling so behind. I don't like to disappoint people, and I like to respond to people, and I haven't been able to respond to every single person, and it has not been timely, and the emails are piling up, and the things that are due for different projects. I'm writing another book, and that deadline's coming up in 3 weeks as well, and radio shows, recording, and I got overwhelmed. There's a lot, and I'm one of those people that can do a lot at one time, but then I feel it in my body. I feel it when I've gotten to the point where I just feel like I've hit my limit and I can't do anymore. I feel it in my body. And the typical response is, oh no, you got to get it done. You get into your head and you feel like, I've got to finish this. I've got to keep on working until it's done. And I hit a wall, and I said, no, I don't feel good, and my body needs to move. And then I went to try to move my body, and it was like, no, my body needs just to rest. And I crawled into bed and took a nap for an hour and a half. And when I woke up, I felt like I could take on the world, and then all of a sudden everything was right again. So it really is important to listen to your body as you go through this process. There are going to be moments that are overwhelming. There are going to be moments that it feels like too much. There are going to be moments where it feels like, what the hell am I doing? And those are the moments that you actually have to step back. And a lot of people don't realize that abundance works this way. They think you got to keep working, but sometimes when it gets to that place, actually stopping and going and doing something fun or something nourishing will actually turn things around so that the abundance is flowing again. And so all is well in my world, because my backdrop showed up, and it really is about that allowing and about just putting it out there and seeing what will happen, where you can go with what you're going to do. And you're here. You are a creative genius. That is your spark, your unique genius that you're bringing to the planet. And so I want you to know to just go for it. What have you got to lose? What have you got to lose in just trying something? Because it is the experience of you. It is you allowing yourself to know an aspect of you and where it's going to go. And who knows what it can turn into. And when you change your mind, you can change your mind. But if you never try, if you never go after what is in your heart and what is in your gut, you'll always wonder what if. And that's not a way to live. We can't wonder what if. We have to say, why not now? And dive right into it. And then know that what you need is going to show up. I've been going to a lot of individuals that I have supported in the past, or have really talked a lot about their work and their books and things like that, and just sent a simple request that, would you be willing to just share that my book is coming out next week, because it would really be amazing to let people know about this. And it's interesting what happens. I find that some people, I get responses back that are so enthusiastic and so open and ready to assist. And then I have others that don't respond at all. And then I have a third group that says, I make it a practice not to share the work of others. And I bring this up because as you're moving into your place of creativity, into what you're wanting to do with the world, look at what your mindset is. If you feel like you can't celebrate and share another's work, look at the lack mindset that's sitting there, and then look at the experiences you're having. Are they limited and in lack? Because really, there's enough abundance for all. There is so much out there. There's so much ability to create and have. And it is when we get in our lack mindset and we believe that that's not possible, or we think that there's competition that exists, we are really headed in the wrong direction. That is not oneness at all. That is not collaboration. That is not the experience of the God spark coming through us. And so allow yourself to know that your source and supply is the source. It is the universe. No one holds back what is your divine right. Whether they send something out or not, whether they decide to support you or not, whether it is a spouse, a partner, a job, a situation, your source and supply is the universe. It's not what's looking in front of you. So as you go out into the world and you do your own little spark of creative genius, know that your source and supply has got your back. Until tomorrow, in love, of love, and with love, I'm Simran Singh. Be well.